We started our second part of lessons number 4, and we now decided our task 2.3. I show our documents for it. 1 minute, please. Yes. It is our information for our first task for today. It is task 2.2. And now we do task 2.3. I show it now on our... Yes, you can see it. Please write in our chat. Plus, if all is okay, you can hear me and you can look the documents. Or minus if it isn't. Okay. Yes, all is good. Okay, it is very good. Please write on your paper or in your documents that it is not target, excuse me, task number 2.3. And the terms of our task, it is determination of the throughput capacity of the loading run of petroleum products. So it is not specific for us cargo. Yes, it is about petroleum products, and it is not capacity road, but it is the capacity of the loading rack. It is also very important, and it is also a kind of transport during one countries or more open during different countries, 2, 3 or more countries. So it is also very important to know how many tons in power. Now it is not something vehicles types. It is how many tons in power we can capacity throughout this loading rest. It is also very important. So when you write the terms of our task, please listen to information that to determine of the throughput capacity of the limiting elements of the pipeline transport system, the loading rack of petroleum products. Considering that petroleum products are powered into tanks, also yes, of the same type with a carrying capacity of 60 tons by parallel pipelines according to the number of tanks. It is important information for us because we used it in our formula 60 tons during our capacity rank. 1 minute, please. Yes, so we used this in as the next formulas. The initial data for task 2.3 are given in the table 2.4, our next table that we can use today. So first our formulas will be in this task, it is formula number 4. We started from the end of our task. No, we have such workbook, yes, so we used it. It is also information by our variance we used it now and our formulas number 4. Please write on your list or in your document S is equal to, and we use such parameters as P. It is constant value, and I think you remember that P is equal to 3.14. So please write is equal to 3.14 multiply by, and we use such parameter as the diameter of the pipeline. We can find it on our table by our variant, and please look it for your variant, which is diameters, such parameters as G. So our table 2.4, and we can find this, I write every letter which we find. So pipeline diameter, it is the second line in our table 2.4. For example, for first variance, it is 100 millimeters. For second variance, it is 120 millimeters, and other. Please remember, is this all right? Already right. But be very careful because it is in millimeters. We need to use it in meters. So Then to find this in meters, we need to use this in millimeters, and we need to divide it by 1000. To divide these parameters in millimeters, divide it into 1000, and we have these parameters in meters. Please do it now and write on your formulas the result of your formulas already in meters. Or you can write, for example, if you have first variance 1000 millimeters divided on 1000, and you have the result in meters, please. This parameters g, our diameters, we also divided on 2, divided by 2. I open our formulas number 4. 1 minute. Okay. So g divided by 2, and all these results, g divided by 2, we are used in the second parameters. In second parameters, all this g divided by 2. And also the result of it, we multiply on p. Multiply by p. Excuse me, by p. The result is we have in meters in the square 2. Okay, decided it, please. Okay. And our next formulas, it is not very long formula, so we can do it very fast, I think. Our next formula is formula number 3. Open it now. It is such parameters as time. It is was a time. It is T with index PFO. Please find what it means. Such parameters it is under our formulas number 2. T with index PFO. It is duration of tank filling, taking into account preparatory and final operations in minutes. We use these parameters in minutes. So if you need to find it, please write on your list or in your documents. T with index PFO is equal to, and in numerator, we use such parameters as Q with index T. It is tank carrying capacity in tons. We used for all variants such parameters as 60 tons. I remember you that we can look it here. So if these parameters is equal to every variance 60 tons, please write in numerator 60 tons. Our formula number 3. So in numerators we write 60 tons. And in denominator, we can write 60. It is to decided from seconds to minutes. It is need this coefficient 60 multiplied by V. What means V? It is oil product run-off velocity. It is meters in seconds. How many now meters milliliters in seconds we can capacity on this oil product. So where we can find in our table. 1 minute, I opened, and wait, it is near, excuse me. Such parameters as V we can find here. It is from first to second variance. I don't write here, excuse me, sorry. So for first variance, such parameters as V, oil product run-off velocity, it is 1.20. For second variance, it is 1.25. No, and other you can decide it, please. Excuse me. Write these parameters in our denominator. And also multiply by, we find our formulas already. Multiply by such parameters as P. What it means, find it. P, it is specific gravity of petroleum products. It is shown in meters with equal free. We also can to find it in our tables. Okay, find it. Such parameters, it is our third parameters in our table 2.4, specific gravity of petroleum products, shown in meters in equal free. For first variance, for example, it is 0.86. For second variant, it is 0.85. And other, find please for your variant. And also in determination, multiply by our parameters S, which we find in formula 4. We do it 5 minutes ago. We did it already, yes? So multiply by these parameters S, it is our square. And all of it, add such parameters of times as T, big T, which is already big T with index PFO. What it means, we can find it under our formulas 3. It is duration of preparatory and final operations in minutes. So where we can find it, we can find it in our table for our variance. Please do it now. And it is our first, second, third, fourth parameters in our table. It is duration of preparatory and final operations in minutes. Please find it. For example, for first variance, it is 12, 12 minutes. For second variance, it is also 12. For third variance, 15 minutes. And find for your variance, please, this information. And it is all for our formula 3, and you write is equal to, and decided it, please. The result was will in minutes. How many minutes we need for preparing and finish operations? Please find it. Okay.
And what was QT? I'm sorry.
Your question about what?
Yeah.
Okay, T. This is the last parameters in our formula 3, yes?
No, tank carrying capacity. QT.
Little t, what we found in our formulas, yes?
No, QT.
QT, yes, in our numerator, it is 60 tons. 60 tons for all variants.
Oh, okay.
We find this information in our back to this information here. 60 tons we need to decide it for these volumes of oil products. Yes, okay. Oh, excuse me. It is our formula 3 and decided how many times we need to preparations and finish operations with our oil product. Yes, we can find it. And our next formulas. If it is very fast and you can ask about it, or if okay, so we do it. Okay. And we have two formulas, formula number 2 and number 1. To know the capacity of our line. Okay, formula number 2. We need to decide it, how many minutes we need to duration of overpass. It is such parameters as G, big T with index 0. Please write on your list or in your documents. big T with index 0 is equal to, and first parameters, it is three times in minutes, every of them. So is equal to, first time, it is T with index F. It is duration of 10 feeding in minutes. We find this information in our tables, 1 minute, because it is the same. T with index F, it is first parameters in our formulas, duration of 10 feeding. And the last parameters in our formulas, it is duration of 10 cleaning in minutes, it is the same. So we can to find it in our table 3.4 and use in our formulas. Okay, I also write it here. It is the last line on this list in our table. It is duration of supply and cleaning of tanks. It is the same time, but not the aging time. So we use 8 minutes, for example, if you have first variance, 8 minutes, add our time, which we decided in our formulas 3, and add the same 8 minutes. For example, if you have first variant, or another time for other variants. Please do it. So the first and the last time is the same in our formulas number 2. And the second time, it is the time which we decided in our formulas number 3. Okay? So I open our formulas so that you can to look at. Yes, it is formulas number 2. So all this time is in minutes, and the result we have also in minutes. So is equal to, and the result is in minutes, please. Yes. And we have last our formulas for this text. So we can do it very fast. It is our first formulas. It is throughput capacity of overpass. How many tanks in day? Such parameters not in hour. We need to find it, that it is in days. So you write in on your list or in your document C this index THR. It is throughput is equal to such parameters to connection from minutes to days. So from minutes to days, we used 1,440. It is how many minutes in day. Multiply by such parameters as n. It is a number of tanks fed at the same time. We can find these parameters in our table. Now I hope for different variants, it is different parameters. So it is first parameters in our table 2.4. For example, for first variance, it is 10 tenths. For second variance, it is 12 tenths. No, and other you can find for your variants these parameters. Okay. I think you find it. And come back to our formulas number 1. And these parameters n, we need divided by our parameters t with index 0. It is the result of deciding of our formula number 2. Please do it and decide it and have results in tenths on day. How many tanks on day we can the capacity of this channel maybe transportation channel, we can use such means of this road, for example, as a kind of transport. Okay, so it is all for our task 2.3. And you can write the answer for our task that, for example, we need 10 tanks in days, for example, or 100 tanks a day. It is different means for different variants. Very different because very big variants you can look it on our table. It is different result also we can find. Okay. It is all for today for our task. So maybe I come back here. If you have any questions for our task today, please ask me about it. Okay. Oh, excuse me. It is not what I want. So we come back to our courses. I want to show you information about questions for your lections materials. So we can find it here near our practical lessons number 4. No, we have near 5 minutes now to finish our lessons, and I think that you can do it as your homework. For example, very short answers, one or two short questions. For example, it is from your lections materials. You can show now these questions. It is six questions and very short answer, please, on these questions. You can do it on your list, for example, with your tasks today, yes, or in your documents. You can copy these questions. If you write by pens, you don't rewrite the questions, only write your answers. I think it is very useful for you to contemporary the information about lections materials, and it is very useful to remember such big part of information every day in different subject, and this subject also about international logistic systems. Okay, you can find it in your module courses, so I don't write it in chat now, and it is as homework. I stop the demonstration now. Yes, and stop our recording. Maybe if you have some questions, we can to ask about it.